Jewel Falls. We'll go to the end of the trail, maybe out to Brighton Avenue. Then we'll come back. Or we'll go over, go down Rowe, and cut in at the waterfalls. We'll see when we get there. I want to at least go to Hillcrest Ave. And maybe all the way to Brighton and then back at least. Okay. Fore River Foley here. We're going to take a walk past Jewel Falls and out to Hillcrest. Well, we're actually real close to Hillcrest. Anyways, peace. Be at peace. Watch where you're going, Foley. Not the camera. Yeah, I tried Mr. Pixie Sticks, Lady Pixie Sticks, what else? No, I'm not a lady. Just lady, you know, Sticks. The song Lady, yeah. My nickname Pixie, yeah. And me, I'm a Mr., yeah.
Halfway point reached.
Mr. Pixie Sticks. Anyways, let's stay on track and record. Makeout Mountain here is on the left. That log there is new since I left the neighborhood, but that one laying over the far one between the two trees right there, that's been there all my life. Unbelievable. This wasn't even a trail when I was young. The trail was up on Makeout Mountain. I don't know why they called it Makeout Mountain. Oh, I didn't know why when I was 4. Oh, yeah, I did. Anyways, this is the White Trail. Forest City Trail, I think they call it. Now, this White Trail goes all the way to Georgia and all the way to Katahdin. At least I believe it does. It's the Eastern Trail. It's an offshoot, big long offshoot from the Appalachian Trails. But we're right here at the foothills of the Appalachian Trails. At the headwaters of the Fore River. Well, we were just at the headwaters earlier this morning. Oh, good. We could take a shortcut today. That's nice. Well, I wish I had my walking stick. Ooh. This trail was made with 3-wheelers back in '85. Don't fall. I know you don't have your walking stick and it's slippery as shit. So grab a walking stick, ding dong. We'll go where it's not slippery. Wow, spider webs this type of time of year, awesome. December 3rd, 2023. Whoa. And guess what? We're at low tide. Whew. We used to play here when we were kids. in this stream like I am right now. There was never a grassy island here. But shit, that was 40 years ago. 43 years ago. 50 years ago. I'm holding it like this. I don't want to fucking drop it in the water. If it wasn't so slippery, I'd go right up the middle today. But we ain't doing that. Me and my friend Chad, that flat rock right there. Anyways, 4 years old. His mother, she lives right on this brook, about a half a football field from here. She let us come down here. I remember going down this hill, and we had our lunch right on that flat rock. There were other rocks here too. It was different. They moved rocks around. They built stairs and another whole path that Dale Honeywell made when he had all them dirt bikes. So there's a second path over there, the closest to the Crow's house, which is right there. Anyways, we used to have sleep-outs and cookouts up here and fucking massive parties. Sorry for the language. This was so fun living here. There was some fucking times that I hate, but you know, I'd rather grow up here with my mom than in other places. I'm very grateful for what I had. Thankful. That I have a great family, people who support each other and love each other. Maybe someday I'll have that for myself. Besides, I do have it myself, but you know, my own kids and stuff instead of alternatively a different life than I've been leading. 5, 6, 7 years into my change of behaviors. A lot longer than that, but since I've actively been working on them, 2016, it takes a long time to deal with fucking tissue issues. But that's all they are. Crocodile tear, tissue issues. I don't know. You know, I was like 7, the older kids had me run and hide on them because they probably were going to do something that a 7-year-old, 9-year-old shouldn't be doing. Anyways, you know, we used to play, they were in the Boy Scouts and stuff, but we used to play friggin' war and all kinds of stuff, you know, and so we played, well, they played with me, and they said, run ahead, go hide, and we'll see if we can find you. You know, 5-10 minutes later, I heard them yelling and stuff, and then they came looking like a little bit, fucking couple minutes later, and I let them find me. But, you know, they're probably looking at Dirty Mag back then, or, you know, having a beer or a cigarette and didn't want the little one to say anything. Well, I ran down the path we're going to. I come down here, which there was a little path because people hung out up there. And I ran down there, it was all green bushes, and I hid into the marsh, but in the bushes, right on the edge. No one would have ever found me. Imagine if, I don't know, who knows? Don't need to imagine. I drank many of them down here a couple of years ago with my late friend Matt Kemp. We used to have some good times down here. David Roberts joined them sometimes. And that's how I got into the place where I live now. I mean, I guess God looks after drunks and fools. I don't know which one I am, but I sure like to fucking drink. Or like to drink.
Almost there. You can do it.
I can do it! It's my favorite place in the world. I love this place so much. I'd do anything to have a house on this street and raise a family here, including suffer through whatever pain I ever have to. Yeah, used to sit here every day too. That 5, 6, 7, 6 years ago, 7, 8 years, no. 7, 6, 5 years ago. And then I got serious. After them 2 years, 3 years of drinking hard and trying not to use other substances. Anyways, now my most favorite place here in the world is that place I was telling you about earlier. And my late friend Matt almost met his time right down there between them rocks too. It was a rainy day, it was flooded, and he fell in and he couldn't get out. I had to run down and pull him out. He was stuck on the water. His head was backwards. It was fucking scary. I've had that happen out here a few times. And anyways, fun times. My favorite spot in the world is right there. Let's see, we got my ass print in it. Ooh, right next to that crack, right there, that bald spot. That's where I sat from age 12 to 19, whenever I had spare time and wasn't hanging out with the guys or girls. I like all this new stuff. The stairs, so much more
Target
accessible.
reach.
So much more accessible. Oh yeah. There we go. Me and John Sargent had a night down here. We friggin' bought a case or two of beer, at least 2 12-packs, one each. Probably a 6-pack too. We stacked a ton of wood right where that fence is, that bench. I mean, as much wood as we could find. We both sat right here on my favorite rock, and we watched the sun come up the next day. It was pretty fun. It was. It was fun. And that bench, I thought it was dedicated to Mr. Jewel, but I guess not. But anyway, I'd sit here and just meditate when I was a kid. Didn't even know when I was meditating. That's so fucked up. But I'd just listen and be at peace. Listen. The stream would not talk to me, but I could listen to my own thoughts with that noise drowning everything out. Not this first house, but the second one, the gray one, which was San Pedro's until they sold. But that was the Averys, and me and Chad used to come out here and have our lunch in nursery school. His mom would let, she was probably standing up at the top here. We thought we were all alone. She was probably watching us. But still, we thought we were being left alone. That was nice. And the blueberries we used to eat here. Oh, blueberries. There was blueberries here, blueberries here, blueberries here, blueberries, blueberries, blueberries. It was awesome. We used to throw a Winnebago, we'd fill it with friggin' leaves and Barbie dolls and leaves and put a lighter fluid on it. Well, Billy, John, Paul, Gordon, they'd do that. Then me, Chad, Jimmy would run down and get it. We'd throw rocks at the Winnebago while the other one was getting it. And Chad Avery threw a boulder right down there where the fucking slash, that big foam pile is. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. Right down there where that flat rock is. Wow, early onset Alzheimer's. Oh yeah, they'd throw rocks at us and we'd get it. Usually the Winnebago would be in here somewhere by that pool. Well, little Chad there, I was a day older than a millimeter taller. Threw a rock and it split my head open. I had to have 20-something stitches in my head. Maybe that's why I get blankouts once in a while. But anyways, a couple weeks later we were on Avery's porch over there, the side porch. And all the kids were egging me on to get them back. So I picked up the biggest rock I could find out of Bradley's dirt driveway, smashed him on the head, and ran the fuck home. Wow, I feel bad. It's funny looking back on it. I felt bad back then, and now it's something I can laugh about. But about 10 minutes later, if that, his mom shows up, Bonnie Avery, and she tells my mom, "I'm taking you to court. I'm suing you." I guess my mom said, "Hey, Jeff, come here. Hey, Johnny boy. Hey, come here, Jeff." So I came out and she brought me up to the door and she said, "So you're going to sue me, eh?" And she showed off my shaved head and the stitches and said, "Yeah, I had to have been just a few days later if that, because the stitches, I remember getting them out and it felt so good. Oh, the itching and stuff. Oh, I remember that. Oh, it's just fucking painful." So, to make a long story short, she left. Me and Chad stayed friends. A couple weeks later, I was in nursery school at the cathedral, and I got to bring him in as a guest. And we did show and tell, and we showed off our stitches to the class that we gave each other. Fucking 70s, 1974. Anyways, that wasn't the last of the stories, but I like that one. Anyways, they moved to Bedford, New Hampshire. Jimmy and Chad Avery and Tina, the little sister, she was the same age as Chad. She was like, no, he was just a little bit younger than me. I was 5, so she was 3.5, maybe, if that. I was 5, he was 4, Jimmy was 6 or 7. He was my sister's age, I think. Just a little immature. So that's the San Pedro's old house, the Avery's old house. Ooh. And that was the Honeywell's house right there. Yep, I hate that house and almost everybody that ever lived in it, except for Barbara, nicest girl that ever lived. Shame. Life goes on for us all that lived. The fucking parties out here. Millions of stories. Getting chased by the fuzz. That was the funnest part. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be on the other side of the fence. Anyway, let's walk to whatchamacallit, Hillcrest. Oh, it's right there. See, people don't realize this path is Hillcrest Ave. The crows at Greenhouse don't live on Rowe Ave, they live on Hillcrest. That's this greenhouse. They're on a different road than Norma McLean or something. No, what was her name? Norma. Ooh, we had a firecracker and friggin' bottle rocket and skyrocket fight with her once. That was pretty cool. How you doing? I guess people are afraid to show their faces or whatever. I don't like showing my face on other people's cameras, so I understand. And now we're here, and I grew up right there. Yep, it's been here for a couple of days. I wonder if it's any good. Hope they didn't have hep. Good shit. We released hornpout in this brook once. I don't think they made it, or they went to sea and died. I dumped that orange juice here. I didn't drink it. I ain't that much of a... Anyway, this is Hillcrest. We could go this way and out to Rowe Ave and get to my car. Or we could go out to Brighton Avenue and walk down Brighton Avenue and walk all the way down Rowe Ave. Or back to this trail where the bridge used to be. The car bridge, not a walking bridge. Anyway, let's go out to Hillcrest proper. I never get to walk with anyone. No, I'm just kidding. I met up with a girl named Teal today that I met, beginning of last week, out in the trail. We only walked from the old Tarzan swing to, the bridge, the second bridge ever built out here. We walked from that bridge to the cars at the end of Rowe Ave. And her dogs like me. Well, she's only got one. She didn't have hers with her today. She's a professional dog walker. She's so nice. She just seems so kind and nice. Now, Mr. McDade in his old years, last years of his old life, his whole life, McDade was not that blue one, the one on the right of it. No, that's McDade. It's because that's Berkey's right there, the white one next to it. But he used to have a path through here and walk around the loop. You know, I crashed a three-wheeler here once. How you doing? And crashed, I bumped over these fucking rocks down here. Fagoni, Berkey, other Berkey, a few other people. John Jewett was out here a few times. Fucking guys left me with him one morning when they went to steal newspapers. They went to steal a bundle of newspapers so we could make UFOs with the campfire. But anyways, they left me with that guy for like an hour. thinking back on life, man, that scariest hour of my life, and I didn't even know it. How you doing? Having a good walk?
Yeah, it's beautiful out here.
Good, good. Have a good day. But anyway, a treehouse used to be right down there at the bottom almost, the fire department. There was a fire across the marsh there. Not over there, but over there, and the fire department saw it. It made us tear it down. Now imagine doing like 35 on the three-wheeler down this path, maybe a little bit less. Hitting these fucking rocks head on like this with the front tire of the three-wheeler. Forgetting all about the brakes. Losing control, no helmet. Right into these 3 trees. Ripped my ear, right ear, almost all the way off. Wow, this one's dead finally. I thought I put a fucking couple scars in it, but this one'd be up. No. Who knows where they'd be, but there's a dump down there. That's been there for ages.
Four hours there.
Yeah, that's been there for ages, all that stuff. These neighborhoods, before they turned into neighborhoods, there used to be farms and stuff. But before that, all these people that lived here in all the old houses, there's junkyards behind them. Because they just used to throw it over the ravine. I hit them trees, man. I broke my big toe, ripped my ear off, and I broke my finger that I use for the camera. And then he said I was dead. He fucking gave me not mouth to mouth, but compressions and stuff. And I remember everything in my life just fucking flashing by. Everything I ever saw, it was just so bright. And then I woke up. And it was fucking pretty freaking freaky, at least for me. Wow, they took these rocks and threw them out of the friggin' path and built a little bridge. How nice of them. I thought they were supposed to keep the bird sanctuary. Well, this would have been private land, so there's a second waterfall. When it floods out, sometimes this roars. Yep. Anyway, we're coming up on the paved road in a few minutes. This is the sewer lines in Portland. They just redid them. So they separate the sewer from the runoff to the storm drains. So all the sewage is separate now. Brand new house there, that white one. And Amoroso's right next door, red house. Used to be blue back then, dark blue, I think, gray blue. Wow, they changed this a lot. This used to be a drop-off right here. They added fill. No, they didn't. Wow, it just used to be so bushy. You thought it was a drop-off. Wow, they cleaned this right out. Me and Robbie True found the dirt bike right where them trees are, down in the ravine. And, there's Gardner's house. Looks like a barn. Kemper's right next door on the right of it. Brand new house there. Allen's right next to it. Foley's next to that. Now it's the Run the Day, or no? Yeah. We used to have a couple dugout forts down here. People don't realize this is a bog. It's not part of the marsh. But look, that's Ashley's house right there, the white one. Man, he was the nicest guy in the world. Mr. Ashley. Then the gold house in front of him. I remember the Eatons lived there, and then Fagoni's right here. Boop. On Philbrook Ave. And Ashley was on Merlene Ave, I think. Yeah. and Philbrook used to go right through. And this is Hillcrest used to go here and turn left. Boom. So this would have been someone's backyard, and another house would have been here if someone sold it. But, yeah, we used to have some fun times in here too when we were little. Used to leave my house, walk out back, cut down through between them two trees, down past the jump hill. Wow, I remember jumping there when I was 4 or 5 too. They pushed me from the top of that hill. Whoops, no wonder. They pushed me down that hill on sled, and we had built a jump at the bottom, and there was a pond there. It used to actually have ponding water, not all bushes. And I took a jump. I must have gone 6 feet high, and when I hit the friggin' ice, oh, we had shoveled the ice off my back. I couldn't get out of bed for a week. My mom ended up taking me to the hospital. Doctor said, he'll be fine. He bruised his tailbone, and so the only thing really wrong is bruised tailbone, and he's full of shit. What? I was so constipated, I didn't poop for a long time. Yeah. So anyways, that was that. I keep hearing a ladder. Bunch of new houses here too. Vincenzo Marzoli's house there, the blue one. The blue garage you can see. No, that's the house. Used to raise rabbits. Another murderer fucking used to hang out there, Sabino Raya. He killed friggin' Denny, Dana, and Panette. Damn. Serial murderers from Portland. 2 of them. We come into contact with them. We were kids in this neighborhood. Sabino was, 2 years behind me in school. Good friends with Vincenzo Marzoli. Poor Nicky. Pat Dodd, Panette, and what's Jeff's last name? His brother, Dana, or is it Dana Panette? No. Wow, 1992. It was a long way away. I just remember I grew up with Denny and, Nicky. My brother and him were good friends, John, Nicky, and Joel. Yeah. And Sabino fucking murdered him. They've even made a documentary about that one. Ricky Panette and Dana Matthews. That's it. Dana, Ricky, and Nick. I knew I'd think of it. Anyways, hey, we could take a shortcut up to Rowe Ave. Go down Rowe Ave, but we're not gonna. I'm gonna walk back to the falls and then back out to my car the long way across the first bridge they ever built out here, up past the Tarzan swing, down the stairs, and back to my house. I live in my car, and I store my stuff in my apartment. That's about it. I have an apartment. I live in a fucking building, okay? I'm not homeless. But I spend more time outside. Wish I could find bench seats for my front. I hate the bucket seats in my car. Anyway, Fore River Foley out, man. I'm gone. Headed back to the waterfalls, then to my car. If you were entertained or not, if you made it through this fucking boring video, good for you. Peace, love and peace. At least love. your neighbor, love your friends. And don't forget about your family. Family's got to come first, or at least try. We're human, we fucked up. Some of us fucked up more than others. Anyway, foliage out.